Hey guys, we're here at mile marker 1418 at Burney Falls, just down from Burney Falls, and this is a dam that we just came to. We're about to cross it down there. It looks like they're letting some water out, but we're gonna walk across it. Then we got a lot of climbing to do today, like 500 feet for our first little climb. We go down a little bit and then we go up 2,500 feet. So we're gonna be doing a little bit more climbing today than what we've been doing lately. So it's been pretty flat, but not anymore. But at least it's there's trees here, no more burn section, at least for hopefully today, a couple days, who knows, because the past burn sections are pretty miserable. Well, we are closer here to the dam. It's pretty big, definitely the biggest dam. Well, probably not actually. We've crossed some pretty good sized dams, but this is definitely one of the bigger ones. But compared to like Fontana Dam on the Appalachian Trail, this is much smaller. But here we are. It's pretty. Still a lot of haze from the smoke. Well, get to walk across this and then head up somewhere up there. Well, we just got to a really cool waterfall here. This is called Rock Creek. Not too far, about 5 miles away from Burney Falls. Pretty amazing here. We have been hiking through kind of a pine tree forest, but almost deserty here the last 2 miles or so, exposed. So yeah, that's what this is looking like. We're gonna sit back up here this direction by the water for a little bit and eat. But pretty cool waterfall. Well, here's another view of the waterfall. We just had a little break back over there by that bridge, by the stream. So pretty deep little canyon down through there. And we had followed it up to this spot, and we could never see the water because it was just kind of pretty steep. But we also just saw some type of what we thought was like a plane going straight up, but I think it might have been a rock or something. It just all of a sudden it stopped, so kind of curious about that. But this is a pretty cool little canyon. Let's see if there's a better view up here. It is very, very hot outside right now. Now you can't really see anything, but hopefully we're gonna go into these trees. Well, this is what Northern California is looking like around mile 14, 22, 23-ish. That mountain looks like it's got some burnt section, but everything here in front of us looks to be pretty good. So we keep jutting in and out of like these kind of bald areas and then going back into the forest, but it is definitely way warmer out here in this direct sunlight than it is in the shade. Pretty drastic difference. So hopefully we'll get back in the forest here soon. Well, we got a deer on trail. I don't know if you can make it out. It's probably gonna move here. Definitely a lot of wildlife. Bears. We've seen bear prints on trail today. They were very fresh. And we've been seeing a lot of bears. So hopefully we'll see some more bears maybe in the morning time. Well, this is definitely the thickest the forest has been, I think, so far on the trail. It's just a pretty heavy understory. And we're at about around 5,400 feet right now. So we've been climbing all day today, gradually. But as we've gone up, the trees have changed over to more of these like firs or spruce trees from the more pine trees that were down lower. So it's pretty cool. There's a lot of ferns. But that's about it up here. Well, this is not the first, but one of very few power line crossings we've done on the entire trail so far, 1,400 miles or so. This is something that is extremely common on the Appalachian Trail, but we just have not crossed any power lines like this. So As you can see, it's extremely hazy. That's from all the smoke from all the forest fires in the area. But luckily we haven't been smelling smoke today, so that's wonderful. But we're pretty close, 3 miles or so from being done with our day. We're gonna be walking to a water source and should be getting there here shortly once we get to the top of this and then start to head back down some. Morning, a couple days out of Burney Falls, and we've been in the forest the majority of the time except for little balds again like this, but it's super thick forest, and we could see, unfortunately it's so smoky you can't really see much, but in the distance I can barely make out Mount Shasta. It's a 14,000 foot mountain, and it looks huge right now, but it's really tough to make out with all the smoke. So hopefully as we get closer we'll be able to see it a bit better, but we're gonna be hiking mostly, hopefully, in the forest today. We'll see what it's gonna be like, but it's pretty much looked the same now for a while. It's just really thick forest, pretty similar to like the Appalachian Trail. You can't really see much when you're in the forest because of the thick understory. So, but these areas where you come out are nice, but it's just so hot. Look at that. Blueberry bushes have just now started to make their appearance. It was gorgeous through here, really, as we walk along this ridge line where we just were, not too far from where we just were, but it's just the best when you are in the trees here because it really is just drastically cooler. Not to mention I think it's prettier. The view is pretty big right now. It's super windy, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out, but that's kind of looking back the direction we've been coming from. Actually more over there. A lot of smoke. We're at 6,300 feet right now. And we might be able to see Mount Shasta if we come around this bend. Well, I was thinking we might have a view of Mount Shasta, but it's not looking that way at all. I don't think we're gonna turn all the way enough to see it. And it is smoky anyway, so it's hard to make out, but I will definitely get a good shot of that. The mountain looks incredible. The fact that it's over 14,000 feet tall, and you know, we're at 6,300 feet, not many taller mountains around, so 7,000 feet probably tall mountains around, up to 14. It's just pretty incredible. If it was a clear day, it would just probably be pretty mind-blowing. We've seen a few people that have hiked to it off trail. Of course, we're in a serious time crunch and having to do big miles every day, so we probably won't be able to do it. I heard it was an extremely difficult climb, but it looks pretty amazing looking at it from a distance, so I'd love to come back and do it someday for sure. But I will definitely be back when we get a view of it. Well, it's about 5:15 and we're finishing up our day. We've only got a couple more miles left, but I just wanted you guys to see the forests here in Northern California. It's just beautiful, it really is. Sometimes it'll be super thick and you can't see 4 feet to the right or left of you, but then other times it kind of opens up like this with a lot more ferns. But we've been seeing some blueberries and I think some raspberries lately, so that's pretty cool. But we're gonna be hiking to this water source and setting up shop there. Hey, well, we're up a little bit earlier this morning, got on the trail about 7:15 or so. We've been getting on the trail more around 8:30. But the mountains are just gorgeous. Still got smoke, unfortunately. Super thick already early this morning, but just the mountains are still beautiful, the parts of which we can see. All the trees that just go forever as far as the eye can see. We are gonna be kind of walking along some ridges to start off, and then heading downhill for about 12 miles, and then going back uphill. So we've got we're gonna do 26 miles, so we got a little bit longer day, but it'll give us just 17 miles into town tomorrow, into Shasta, Mount Shasta. So, well, we're at mile 1456 here in Northern California, and the trail is just wonderful so far this morning. Kind of walking on the ridge here. Like I said, too bad it's so smoky out, because the view of the mountains would be much clearer. Man, pretty cool. Man, we're running into some really big trees down here at like about 4,900 feet. There's another huge one right through there too. Shielded from probably the winds down here. Man, they are massive. Pretty cool. Well, the streams are getting cooler here in the forest. These plants are really cool that we've been seeing through here. Amazing. We just actually took a break right down there and had lunch. But we haven't had many streams that have looked like this in this thick of forest. So this is pretty cool. I mean, it's really hot outside, but it's cool down in here under the shade of the trees. And we just had our break right down in there. Great little spot. Well, we got about 17 more miles to do today. We've done 9. Well, we are crossing over the McCloud River right now. It's kind of got this odd color to it. Kind of chalky look. Kind of strange. We're not really sure what's making it do that. It's flowing, I think, kind of from the general direction of Mount Shasta, but a pretty big river. Biggest one we've seen in a while. But yeah, we've had just great hiking today through the forest, so hopefully we're going to keep that up. We're about to start climbing though here shortly. Excited. We just got here to Mount Shasta, and we're staying in the Finlandia Hotel. Oh, actually it's a motel, even better. Bam! Yeah, it's like the last hotel in town with 2 beds, so we'll see what this thing is like. Finlandia.